Censor with a huge kill here. Going to be able to get in here with streaks as well, and he's not done yet. Doug is back in Call of Duty, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Going to be holding that line. He sees a player, going to be able to take him out without a problem. Doug has caught fire here, and anyone who walks into his crosshairs will be falling down.
Yo guys, I'm going to make this short and sweet. What you're about to watch is a tournament that we played on LAN. It was extremely important. This might be the best I've ever played on LAN to close out a game. We were down 1-2 in the series, so if we lost this map, we would be out of the tournament. And this tournament was very important for points for our league spot moving forward into New Orleans. So this was extremely important. You guys, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this. I am back. I am so excited to compete again at New Orleans. And if you guys are excited as well, smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and yeah, enjoy the gameplay, guys. Peace out.
Ground Zero can close it out on this hard point. Next threat will be going home, but already both of these teams have ensured a large amount of pro points, but moving forward, huge, because they will be able to jump over some of the teams that maybe aren't here, start to assert their dominance inside of NA. Both of these teams somewhat on the bubble. Next threat already having to march through that open bracket. They did it very well. Ground Zero in similar situations. Now, Methods is going to start things off with a cheeky little two-piece.
Methods understands that this map is all about the slaying. Nice 3 to open. We want to see him continue to go off and really open things up for next threat on this first hill. Tries to get a kill on the guy jumping off the stairs, not able to connect, gets taken out by Blast in the process. Censor jumps into the point, kills being traded back and forth. Ground Zero able to switch over control of that point, pick up some early time, switch it back, 25 seconds. We're going to see teams start to rotate to the next hard point.
Well, the big thing is as well, we are going to see Next Threat with those favorable spawns. Next Threat is going to be the blue team on your mini-map, and they will be able to get there very early. This is always a contest fest here on Pit Center. We can see the seconds going a little bit each way. About that 50-50 hill. Next Threat definitely coming a little bit behind on that coin toss, though, to start things off. Now we can see that first hill, but all of a sudden Ground Zero actually able to, you need to preserve those spawns. Ground Zero able to get out there, and we can start to see that they're spawning in. They're just going to be able to flood Courtyard over and over and over again, which means that Next Threat is in a tough place. We can see them moving through gun right now, trying to break. Moving off the hill, though, is going to be Ground Zero trying to secure their hold more than they need to focus on that OBJ. That can also translate into something like a juggle if they are able to fish somebody out, but doesn't happen just like that. Now starting to move off the hill inside of Courtyard. We can see that Ricky and Censor are actually able to take it. Next threat starting to put a few seconds on the board. They are behind by about 30 on the scoreboard. Fort Courtyard can be a good one to hold. Early rotation, though, going to come in from Ground Zero. Looking at these last 20 seconds as something that is essentially scrap time. And we know that with players like that they have on their lineup, like Parasite, they know how to rotate on boots.
Yeah, Parasite decided to challenge that Fort Courtyard hardpoint with about 20 seconds left, allow the rest of his team to set up for the Castle Road hardpoint. Taking a look here. Study in the point for his team. Nice two-piece, not able to hold it, like you said, juggle it. Pharaoh jumps into the hill, takes over for Study. Continue to defend that hill and start working towards those streaks. If he can get a couple more kills in the point, we'll see him pick up that fighter pilot, that glide bomb.
Ground Zero just looking so dominant right now at this point. This is also that money hill. We can see that's why they got that early rotation. They are able to hold it very well, but Censor going to be very disruptive with that two-piece. Nagafeng going to come in as well. If Nagafeng can wake up in this match, all of a sudden you'll see the tides start to shift. 7 and 8 right now. Anytime you see him dropping something crazy is when it is just Next Threat dominating a scoreboard. Now, moving on over, we are at gun. Blast going to try to be holding it. Pitted up in the hard point. Kill going to come out from Nagafeng. Still not at that positive mark, and it is going to be Blast who keeps him there inside of his cage. You do not want to unleash Nagafeng. That is not something you want ever if you are playing against the Beast. Now it is going to be Blast with another really impressive kill, going to know exactly where they want to come out from. Holding that window and also holding gun, which can be a contest fest. Surprised to not even see him get tagged up by a grenade there. Able to hold it for a very long time. A lot of seconds going into their back pocket. 27 seconds going to remain here on gun.
Very good job with that open hill. Still racking up at least 30 seconds for Ground Zero. Next threat should get at least 10-15 seconds off of this. Just like that, though, ground zero, one player, that's Pharaoh for them, keeping that hill alive, just going to contest it, prevent next threat from trying to bring the game a little bit closer. Last couple seconds.
And now we're actually going to go back to those first rotations, going back to pit center. We already saw just how much of a slug this can actually be, back and forth, very close to all of the spawns, so players able to get there and back again. But look at the setup that we're seeing from ground zero, fanning out across the mid portions of the map, trying to hold absolutely every line. But if anyone can break it, it's Methods. Methods with a big two-piece, and all of a sudden, it is going to be next threat inside of the hill, trying to claw back into this one. They are down by almost a minute at this point. Censor going to open things up even further with a two-piece, starting to get a very strong hold. They're going to be able to take out Study as well as he contests, and it really is just ground zero coming in one at a time, but now they are trying to get somewhat of a pinch going, but Ricky and Censor see it coming, set up very well, able to push that off, and now all of a sudden it's a 30-second game. Scrap time going to go their way as well. Now moving over to the next hill, these spawns have said it time and time again on Gibraltar. It's one of the most important things about this map is trying to secure these spawns, and we can see that fight already going on. Next threat, very intelligent play there. The hill doesn't matter if you can secure the spawns, because that hill time will come to you in due time. And you can see now all of the boys in blue starting to spawn out by that fort courtyard, being able to get to that hard point very quickly. The run going to be quite intense for ground zero. Ground zero going to take a second here, trying to regroup before they come in, but ultimately Method and Censor can see the few that start to get in front of the pack, and they quell that pack. Still going, Blast finally cuts down Nagafen, Ricky finds Blast. Good trade, but ultimately we have a game on our hands, all tied up here, and next threat looking to hold the rest of Fort Courtyard. Now pulling ahead for the first time in this series. Next threat, though, needs to break against ground zero set up on the money hill, which is not going to be an easy task at all. Yes, they pulled ahead on Fort Courtyard, but the next one is going to be a tall order indeed.
Absolutely. Method's not able to convert his kill streak into, score streaks. Killed about 100 points off of his fighter pilot. Censor starting to work towards his as well. Those could come in handy. Also dies off of streaks. This money hill, though, just going back and forth between both teams. Neither one really able to secure it. Ground zero, 3 in the hill. I mean, you want to protect the hill. You put 3 in there, and you just keep shooting out of whatever entry points you can find.
Yeah, but you can see, though, that ground zero is able to just get back so quickly. They're able to get right back to the hill, and that is one of the reasons that this can be one that you can really milk for seconds. And now ground zero pulls back ahead. Not by much, though, and there isn't much time remaining on Castle Road. I'm sure they would love to stay there all day long, but they're going to have to start making their pilgrimage over. It's going to be back to gun. Already there, we got 2 of our boys in blue. Both Censor and Nagafen. Ricky is cut out, Study is cut out. That means we got a little bit of a 3v3 going on for just a little bit of time here. Censor going to be the first one to secure that time. Starting to work towards streaks, though, is Pharaoh. He is finally cut down, though. Study going to be able to take out Ricky with some of his own. Now, Gun going the way of next threat. They need quite a few seconds here to catch up to ground zero. And this one going to be down to the wire.
This game is just going to continue to go back and forth. Study brings out the fighter pilot, able to pick up 1 with that. Methods, in the meantime, on the other side, trying to keep next threat in the hill, able to get the kills on Parasite and Study, win the hill back for ground zero. 20 seconds left on that hill. Nagafen just going to get whatever time is left. Gets challenged, trades out, and scrap time now is going to go back to ground zero as, once again, we rotate back towards another set of hard points.
The rotation is going to come in, and you can see that early setup starting to come in as well. The main thing is once again with Pit Center, very much inside of that middle of the map, so another slugfest. It's kind of funny how these two work out because they are very contest heavy. This one, very typical of all hardpoint maps. It's that center hill. If you've played hardpoint, you're going to understand exactly how that feels. Now, everybody respawning here for ground zero all at once. Need to collapse in as a unit. Opening up is going to be Study. Censor finds him without a problem. Now it's Nagafen and Methods, the 2 slayers for this team that have been phenomenal. They're going to be able to pick up some kills. Next threat, cracks that 200 mark on pit center.
2 in the hill right now. Censor breaking that 2-minute hill time mark as well. Great job continuing to play that objective, continuing to rack up that time for his team while getting important kills in the hill as well. You see them give up the last few seconds, rotate towards that second back hill. Like you said earlier in the map, it really is all about the spawns for this hill. If you don't hold those spawns, it is going to take you a long time to get back and try and contest this.
Censor with a huge kill here. Going to be able to get in here with streaks as well, and he's not done yet. Doug is back in Call of Duty, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Going to be holding that line. He sees a player, going to be able to take him out without a problem. Doug has caught fire here, and anyone who walks into his crosshairs will be falling down. Looking for one more as well. He gets tagged up, takes his time. Going to be able to call in the streaks here as well. Trying to snowball this in his favor, trying to get it all done on this hard point, only needing 10 seconds and going to be able to clean that map. Method's going to be able to get a machine pistol kill as well. Next threat, tying up this entire series. They're going to be able to take that hard point 2-2, and you can hear those Next Threat fans in Canada. They have come to see Doug Censor play, and in the last few seconds there, he just made everybody very, very happy that they got to see that.